Hello again. Now today I've got some films which are particular favourite films of mine by an actor who used to be in Friends, and his name is Matthew Perry. Now everyone probably knows him most from Friends, because obviously Friends was a very popular show and got millions of viewers around the world, so the cast became household names. But all of the actors from Friends actually branched off when the show ended and they went into movies. And some of the actors were more successful in the film industry than others. And for some reason, Matthew Perry, when he started to appear in films, he wasn't quite as successful as, like, say, Jennifer Aniston. And in fact, some of the other actors from Friends weren't that successful with the movies either. Like David Schwimmer did some good films, but he didn't really become like a big star in the film industry, really. He went on to do directing as well and producing as well as and stuff like that. But the same thing happened to Matthew Perry. He had a few hits, not many. I mean, some of them were made quite a bit of money at the box office, but they weren't like absolutely like huge, massive hits. But anyway, I've just got a few of my favorite Matthew Perry films here to show you on DVD, and one of them is on Blu-ray. And the first one I've got here is a film which also stars Neve Campbell. Just trying to see, I should have put my glasses on. I believe this was made in 1999, and it's a film starring obviously Matthew Perry, Neve Campbell, and Dylan McDermott, and this one's called To Tango. It's a really good film in my opinion. It's very funny. Matthew Perry steals the show in the comedy stakes in this one. There's lots of hilarious scenes. There's one scene where he gets something out of an oven and he forgets that it's like really hot. And I think he picks it up with his bare hands. And he's like throws the tray up in the air and everything goes everywhere, and he's screaming. That was the highlight, funniest moment in the film as far as I can remember. But it's a really entertaining film, so I highly recommend this one if you like Matthew Perry and if you haven't seen it yet. And I'll just show you the back here. Not really very exciting back cover, to be honest. But not too bad, I suppose. A couple of little pictures. This is on the Warner Brothers label, and it's in one of those snapper cases, which you can't get anymore. They don't make them anymore, I don't think. Maybe they make an odd one, possibly here and there, on rare occasions. But for the most part, I think they don't make them anymore. So that's To Tango. You can still get this on DVD, I believe. I don't think it's out of print. The next one I've got here is another really good film, which also stars Bruce Willis, Amanda Peet, Natasha Henstridge, who's probably most famous for starring in the Species films. And well, that's pretty much the main cast. And this one's called The Whole Nine Yards. It was directed by Jonathan Lynn, and it was made in 2000, I think. What it says here, very small, but I can just about read it. And Jonathan Lynn's famous for being involved with the TV show Yes Minister, and he also directed the film, another favourite of mine, called Clue, based on the board game Cluedo. It's called Cluedo in the UK. In the USA, it was called Clue. That's the board game there is. The film was called that in both countries. But this is another really good comedy film. It's like a comedy thriller, like I think it's involved with, like, I think Bruce Willis is like involved with them. He's in the mob or something. I forget now. It's a while since I last had this on. But it's a really entertaining film, and it's very underrated. You don't really hear many people talking about this film too often. And they made a sequel to this film, actually, called The Whole 10 Yards. which I also have on DVD, but I can't actually find it. I don't know where it is. It's got misplaced somewhere. But like I say, this is another one definitely worth checking out if you like Matthew Perry. And I forgot to mention that To Tango obviously is like a romantic comedy. And here's another romantic comedy, another firm favourite of mine. I've watched this film many times over. And this film was made in 1998, I think. Can't really see it. Yeah, 1998, I think. And this one's called Fools Rush In. And it also stars Salma Hayek, which I'm sure many of you will remember from the film From Dusk Till Dawn and Desperado with Antonio Banderas. But this is a romantic comedy, and this one's basically about he meets her and he has a one night stand with her, and they sort of start a relationship, and I think they get married in Vegas. I think I might be giving too much of the film away here. But anyway, it's a while since I had this on, but that's roughly what it's about. It's really funny. It's very underrated in my opinion. This is the Region 1 version of the film, and it's got both the widescreen version and the full screen version. And they don't actually make these types of DVDs anymore. They don't seem to anyway. Where you have the widescreen version of the film on one side of the disc, and then you turn the disc over, and on the other side you have the full screen version. But I used to like buying those ones. I always found that quite interesting, that you could watch both versions of the film on the same disc. And some of them used to have the widescreen and the full screen version on the same side of the disc as well, but they had to use a dual layer disc to do that. But most of them were on each side of the disc, you know. I'll just show you the back of this one. Some decent pictures on there. And this has got some good songs on it as well. There's a couple of, at least 2 or more Elvis Presley songs. And what have you. So that's Fools Rush In, starring Matthew Perry and Salma Hayek. And this next one, I don't think it did very well at all, but I still enjoy it. And this one also stars Elizabeth Hurley. And it's got a nice cover as well. When I was living at home at my mother's house, I've still got the poster on the wall back at home actually for this film. And this one's called Servant Sarah. Another really good comedy. I can't really remember the plot offhand, but it's a really fun, interesting, enjoyable movie in my opinion. And this one's the UK version, obviously, as you can tell, because it's got the UK certificate on the front. And this has only got the widescreen version of the film on, and it's on the Pathé label. And I believe you can still get this one as well. I've also got this one in a triple DVD set as well. So I've got 2 copies of this film. I might even have another copy at home somewhere, I think. I'm not sure. I might have. But I'll just show you the back of this one. It's got a nice photograph of Elizabeth Hurley in a Western style outfit there, with a cowboy hat and boots on. Cowgirl boots rather. Some other pictures at the top. So yes, this is another one that I would definitely recommend if you're a fan of Matthew Perry. But if you are a fan of Matthew Perry, you've probably seen all these films several times over. But if you're just getting into Matthew Perry stuff, I definitely recommend these films. And this next one I've got here is another really enjoyable one. It's probably one of his most critically acclaimed performances, I think. But the film didn't do very well, I don't think, to my knowledge. And this film also stars Mary Steenburgen and Kevin Pollak and somebody called Lynn Collins. and this is the US import version of Numb. It's sort of a comedy drama. It's about a guy who he's got lots of problems, like sort of confidence problems and depression, and he's got nervous tics and things, and he does lots of like strange things, like steals things out of shops, like pens. He's got a habit of stealing pens out of shops and stuff. He can't seem to help it, and he meets a girl in the start of a relationship, and things go a bit pear-shaped, and then he ends up he meets Mary Steenburgen, this older woman, and he starts having like a really how do you put it? He's just like jumping into bed with her all the time, non-stop. I think he's trying to cope with the fact that he's broken up with his girlfriend, trying to get over it or something. But it's a really enjoyable movie. His performance is top notch in this one. Not that it isn't in the others, but this one's particularly good. And the picture transfer on this Blu-ray is first rate. It's a really good transfer, and it's on the Image Entertainment label. And so I highly recommend this one if you haven't seen it, and if you're a fan of Matthew Perry, or even if you're not, I would definitely recommend giving this one a try. See what you think of it, but you should enjoy it. I think it's, like I say, it's not a very well-known film. Most people, I think, haven't heard of it, but it's a very enjoyable one nevertheless. So that's Numb on US import Blu-ray, and I believe this is region A locked, so you will need a multi-region player to play this in the UK, or a region A player. But you can get it on DVD over here as well. I think you can still get a hold of that quite cheaply online. So if you can't get the Blu-ray, I would recommend getting the DVD over here, the UK version. And here's the back cover. A few nice pictures there. So that's Numb on US import Blu-ray on the Image Entertainment label. So that's pretty much all of the films I've got here to show you for today. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, can you please give us a thumbs up? And if you haven't subscribed, and if you like watching some of my videos, don't feel free to subscribe. And don't forget to leave a comment if you've got any questions or anything at all that you'd like to ask us, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. I think that's pretty much it. So thanks very much for watching this video, and I shall see you on the next one. So bye for now, everyone.